Yeah.
So what kind of float toys do you do?
So I've used a bunch of different ones. I've done poi, I've done hula hoops, I've done fans on flow, fans with lights.
Where is your favorite place to go do flow or fire for you?
For me, my favorite place to do it is with a group of people that I feel very comfortable with. That's where I feel the most at home and the most confident in what I'm doing, whether it's a new thing or I'm just repeating some old stuff. If I'm not around people that I'm comfortable with, I'm less likely to branch out.
So even like if you're alone in your backyard, that's not your time to grind out new tricks.
Yeah, the community practice sessions I feel like I get a lot back from. Everyone does everything differently. Some people are more visual, some have to have their hands go like in the motion of something or their body do it, and they have to be guided with that. So, and you learn from a lot of different people. You know, some person is like, oh, I know one way to do this. Another person's like, oh, I've never seen it learned that way. Men have a tendency to just be like, look, this is how it's done, and show you. Whereas women are, I feel like, are more inclined to walk you through how it's done. So, literally grabbing your hand and moving with it, which for me works better.
What move took you forever to learn?
So, it was a 3-beat weave. I was trying so hard to get it and I just couldn't get it. It took me about 6 months to figure it out. I was a freshman. I went down to this stampede parade thing that the university was putting on. And just because there were other people around me, watching me, I think I tried a little bit harder and I finally got it.
So you were saying there's a people back on Synchro who were trying to teach you and couldn't do it. Who were they and how did you meet them? Talk about them.
So it was a Brittany girl, because you have to do it at wrist level. And then I got to Colorado, and one of my friends was helping me out a bit, and he said, you don't have to do it at the wrist level. You can do it at the shoulder level, which when you bring it out, and it's a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what got it for me was I had to start really big and work small. I still have to do that with just about every other move. I can't just go with the small stuff. I have to start really big and then scale it down.
So when you're in a group of people doing poi, do you see yourself primarily as someone there who does a lot of teaching or someone who does a lot of learning from others?
It definitely depends on the group. I'd say I'm intermediate level. I'm not beginner. I know all my basics. I know my planes. But I'm not advanced. I can't do isolations. I have trouble with flowers. Those are just a bit more advanced moves than where I'm at. So it's definitely a lot of both. There have been times that I have been a big teacher because we had a group that were very new to what they were doing. And then there was a time when I was one of the freshest people there just because everyone else was so much more advanced than I was.
How do you feel when you're in a group like that where everyone is just like, it seems like they're all at master level?
That's when I suck up my pride and say, hey, help me with this.
Who's the best teacher you ever had?
Probably has to be Kiki, and she's always been very open and she's always made time for me if I really feel like I need to learn something.
Talk about gender differences in the community.
Gender can play a big part in your style as far as flow goes. Men tend to be quite a bit stronger, so a lot of their moves are power moves. For example, what I would call a power move is something where you have to change direction very quickly. Men definitely tend to gravitate towards a stronger feeling object. Like I would say, poi's a big one, staff is huge with men. All those are pretty much, I would say, male-oriented objects, whereas you take a hula hoop or a fan, a lot of people think that's a lot more feminine and girly and pretty. Same with the jump rope. I've seen guys dabble in these other ones, but very few, it's not like a very stereotypical thing. Women, they're kind of all over the place. Women definitely do staff, they've done sword, they do the same things as men, but I will be honest, I don't see a whole lot of men picking up a hula hoop. I think a lot of that is going to stem just from general stereotyping in US heterosexual ideals. He's hula hooping. Boy, he's totally manly. It's very strange because I feel like it's very biased towards the women's side of things. Women can do a lot of stuff and they're not looked at funny for it.